A significant amount of Russian interest for New Zealand's Bird of the Year has raised suspicion. They not only want to rig elections, they want to potentially rig this Bird of the Year. What a scandal. Was Russia involved in a hacking scandal of the competition? Joining us now is Forest and Birds Bird of the Year spokesperson, Megan Hubscher. Megan, g'day, good morning. Nice to have you on the program.
Thank you very much.
Who would have known that Putin was involved in this?
Putin, the ornithologist. So we had about 300 votes come from Russia, and I guess the surprise there is that we didn't have more, considering that New Zealand shares birds with Russia. We've got the long-distance international aviator, the godwit, that migrates to Russia or Alaska to breed, and then flies all the way back direct to New Zealand without stopping, which makes it the world's the bird that travels the furthest distance out of all the birds on the planet. So that's a pretty special bird, and perhaps explains where those 300 votes were coming from.
Aha, I've got it sussed. 5 eyes. You know, there's some 5 eyes. 5 eyes. They put a camera on one of the godwits. It heads through to Russia. It's the American camera. The Americans have got cameras on the godwit. They also may well have got involved in this scandal as well, do you think?
Well, I was taking a look at the godwit's migratory path as it travels up towards Russia and Alaska, and it follows one of 7 migration routes that are called flyways. So they're basically a bird highway, and the godwit travels up through the Asian Pacific coast, up to Russia, where it breeds, lays its eggs, fledges, its little chicks fledge, and then they fly directly back straight across the Pacific without stopping. It's 11,000 kilometres. They arrive back in New Zealand. They haven't eaten that whole time, and as you can imagine, they've lost a lot of weight. They're all bedraggled.
Carbon neutral. Yeah, carbon neutral. That thing needs to be Bird of the Year, honorary Bird of the Year every year.
They are an astounding bird. You know, they fly further than any other bird on the planet. They certainly deserve an award, but they have been New Zealand's Bird of the Year before, and as they should have been, but there's no reason they can't do it again, and maybe the Russians are onto it. Maybe we'll see the godwit for Bird of the Year next time around.
Are these male and female birds that are making this flight, or is it perhaps just males looking for Russian brides?
And the juvenile birds as well, they all come back to New Zealand, even the young ones. So 11,000 kilometres. They're actually coming back here to look for insects on our mud flats, so perhaps a little less interesting than other suggestions. But sure, get on Twitter, go hard with your conspiracy theories, but I think it's a bit more innocent.
You get your roughage in New Zealand and go hard in Russia.
Yeah.
Good, nice to see you on the program. All the very best. Forest and Birds Bird of the Year spokesperson, Megan Hubscher.